Year 9 Season 1 and Year 9 as a whole, the roadmap has been revealed by Ubisoft, and I kind of wanted to take a look at it and kind of give my general thoughts before the season comes out, because I think it will be interesting to see how it actually plays out next season. There's a lot of interesting stuff they've went ahead and done. That being said, we are not getting a new map or a new map rework. We are just getting a new operator and a couple new features like the shield rework and basically the scope rework, I guess. So yeah, I got the designer notes pulled up here, and so here we go. Let's take a look. So okay, so we look right here, and we can see that this is the Wind Delta operator versus presence. Here we have PC enrolled in above. It looks like Ash, Ace, Buck, Finka, Dokkaebi, Yana, very highly picked. And on console here we have Ace, Ash, Buck, Jackal, Twitch, and Ram, surprisingly very high, and the other operators are just similarly close to being the same power. And obviously we can see Zero and Sens are very low, and Fuse, not very good operators. When we look at defense, we can see on console, Warden is still in the lead with Mozzie behind, which is a little bit surprising to me. My Doc, Legion, Kapkan very high. On PC, Legion actually taking the lead, along with Valkyrie, Warden, Solus. Nothing too surprising. Fenrir, even on console, peeking up a bit. Nothing surprising there. Tachanka and Clash on console being the lowest win rate, really. On PC, Clash is just absolutely terrible, it looks like. Cav, Tachanka, Thunderbird, very bad operators, obviously. So yeah, ban rate of attackers on PC and ranked and console. So in console, we can see Jackal, Thatcher, Dokkaebi, Ying, the highest ones. Nothing too surprising there. On PC, Dokkaebi first, and then Jackal, Thatcher, and no ban for some reason. So very interesting. I mean, nothing too surprising though. Now we have defense operators. Starting off on PC, we have Fenrir being the highest, which I have seen a lot. And then Mira, Solus, Kapkan, nothing surprising there. The Tuberer ban, you can see, has really tanked him a lot. Not even on console showing up with Fenrir, Kapkan, Kite, and Mira on top. Now let's get into the interesting part, which is the operator balancing. So we can see here that Azami's Kiba barrier is going to have basically 1000 HP. You can now shoot them with bullets, which is going to be a heavy nerf, and I think is going to make Azami a lot less played. It's a very, very solid nerf to her. So I think it's going to be a good nerf. Now Finka, a bit of a surprising nerf here. I think it's because maybe she got played a lot at the 6 Invitational. Maybe. We can see the weapon reload speed increase bonus from her Adrenaline Surgers is going to be removed. And she says clears the shield's suppressive fire debuff, reduces its effects by 50% if applied while affected by Adrenaline Surge. So, let me see, what does that mean? Suppressive fire debuff reduces its effect by 50%. Not too sure what that means. I'm not too sure what that means, honestly. I just know that they're making it so you no longer get the bonus reload speed. So I don't know. I don't think it's a really needed change. I think it was fine after the nade nerf. Okay, so weapon classes, the new classes that they're going to call them are the revolver, sniper rifle, slug shotgun. So, like revolvers, and then sniper on Kali and Glaz, the slug shotgun on Kaid. So this is interesting. Machine guns, basically, I believe they have buffed the recoil a bit, but the movement speed when you're carrying in LMGs now makes you 10% slower, which I think is very interesting. I think it's a cool change, because the recoil on the LMGs was definitely terrible. So, ADS transition. So now they're basically making it to where, so your normalized and simplified ADS curve transitions to, you have fast with handguns, revolvers, and shotguns. Medium speed is marksman rifles and sniper rifles, and slow is machine pistols, submachine guns, assault rifles, light machine guns, and slug shotguns. So they're basically making it a lot slower to ADS with some guns. Okay, now for the ADS speed again, We have reduced ADS speed from idle and walk in stances. So the handgun, I'm not going to actually read all of this. So basically, pistols are, everything is slower to ADS now. Let's just put it that way. But basically what you need to know is that, I'm not even going to read all this. You can read all that if you want. But, so basically, if you use iron sights, it's going to be the fastest way to ADS now. You get a 10% speed bonus with ADSing. So you put on a sight, it's 5% speed bonus compared. And then the magnified, you get, it's very slow to ADS. So basically, iron sights are fastest. 1.0 scopes are the second fastest. 2.5 is very slow to ADS with. So that's really what you need to know about the new ADS speeds. Now, a 3.5x, it says available only on attacker DMRs. I'm not even sure what that scope will look like. Maybe it's still ACOL. I'm not sure. Now, this is a dumb change. I don't like this change. So they're increasing the middle dot size on certain scopes on one time, such as the Hollow A, which is a really bad change, Hollow C, Red Dot C, Magnified A, and they're reducing the middle dot size on the Hollow B and the Magnified C. Now, I hate this change, them making the dot bigger on the Hollow. Very dumb change. It's everybody's favorite one-time scope, so very dumb change. It's Ubisoft, again, nerfing things that are fun to make them as bad as everything else. It's a very dumb change. Underbarrels. So basically, the laser now is going. They're not going to have a hip fire bonus anymore, but instead it's going to add a 10% ADS speed to your guns. So yeah, you're going to want to run the laser on pretty much every gun now. Okay, so the angled grip, it no longer gives you a ADS speed bonus, but instead it makes you 20%. It increases your weapon reload speed by 20%. Kind of an interesting change. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Now the horizontal grip, which I believe is so when you have nothing on your gun, it gives you a 5% movement speed bonus. Kind of interesting. I assume that means just when you're walking around. Now the vertical grip, it gives you a 20% vertical recoil control, which is worse than it was before. So yeah. Okay, ballistic shields. So if you don't know, every operator now, if they have a ballistic shield out, you'll be able to sprint with your shield in front of you. So basically this is for Montagne and Fuse. And a ballistic shield can now push through a barricade without having to hit them twice. It does not work from rappel. So it's kind of like just orcs dashing through a barricade. Weapon handling, the ability to hip fire has been removed. Reduced accuracy during the shield unequip animation. During the ADS animation with the shield, the weapon will not shoot until it is pointed forward. Reduced ADS time to 0.5 seconds walking and 0.55 seconds sprinting. So it's a little bit better. The reload animation is performed behind the shield. It's awesome. The reload will now be triggered automatically when the weapon runs out of bullets, which is cool. So, obviously, them being able to sprint with their shield out, amazing. Them, like, having this new knifing thing is very interesting. So, it gives a pushback, so it just kind of orcs dashes them almost. And, so this is crazy. It does 65 HP, and it was going to be 35. But when they delayed this change to this season, they decided to make it 65, which is crazy. So, basically, like, 2 knives from the shield just kill people. But the thing you gotta remember is it's like you have your shield up while you're sprinting now with like Montagne. So I think this is going to be a big buff to shields overall. However, I don't like how it looks now when you're running with shields. I think they made it look really goofy. The throw animation, you now throw stuff from behind your shield like flashbangs. A new gadget trigger animation from behind the shield. The ballistic shield remains equipped while escorting the hostage if that matters to you. Touching fire will trigger the guard break with 40% intensity, same as electricity. And then you have the free look with shields, which I believe is your old shooting button. So like your left click basically when you're not in ES. And you can throw gadgets toward the objective you are looking. Very interesting. Suppressive fire. The operator will be suppressed if the ballistic shield receives too many bullet impacts. So basically I think it means you won't be able to sprint. It falls off after 7 seconds. The operator cannot sprint. While suppressed, the visibility is reduced according to the effect's intensity. So operators affected by this are obviously Blitz, Fuse, Montagne, and Clash, only the suppressive fire. Yeah, very interesting shield change. So the LMGE. Reduced first kick. Recoil, reduced vertical recoil. The recoil will remain stable for longer during a sustained first burst. This affects RAM and Zofia. The 6P41, weapon recoil, reduced first kick, reduced vertical recoil, reduced lateral recoil. The recoil remains stable for longer during a sustained fire burst. And that's your Finkus Fuse LMG. The M249, basically better recoil as well. This affects Capital, attacker, recruit. Now the M249 Sol, same thing, better recoil as Gridlocks. And Amaru and IQ's LMG, reduced vertical recoil. So yeah, a lot of little changes. Obviously the biggest things being the shield rework and the scopes being changed. So we're basically now getting ACOGs back, and the 1.5, 2.0, and 3.0 scope is going away. So very interesting. Now the next thing that I want to talk about here is the Year 9 roadmap. So obviously Year 9 Season 1 we're getting Deimos, which I will talk about shortly. We get the revamped shield mechanic, attachment and ADS upgrades, the locker inventory menu, which I haven't seen anything about that yet, so we'll have to see with that. So player protection, we are getting data ban improvements, ranked playlist requirements, reputation system update. None of that really matters that much, honestly. Balancing, LMG update, and the zombie update. Player comfort, the repel improvement animation, improved gadget pickup, projectile trajectory, pre-visualization. And in the training ground, we now get the versus AI has new operators and maps, and the AI have been strengthened. And there's new maps in the map training playlist. Okay, so Season 2, not very exciting to me. We get a recruit remaster, so basically like a new gadget and stuff for recruit on attack and defense. But my big question is this recruit rework, is this going to allow us to play recruit in ranked? That's my big question. Because if not, I don't really care. This is a dumb season. That being said, it could be cool if recruit is allowed to be played in ranked now. Okay, so the major features are the reputation system full release, Siege Marketplace launch, because currently like it's in beta, the map filters and standard playlist. So Steam improved ban enforcement, Fenrir update, Solus update part 1. That's very vague. I'm assuming Fenrir is getting a change and Solus is getting nerfed or something. Hopefully they're both getting nerfed really hard. Player comfort, after action report 2.0, drone jump pre-visualization. Not too sure what that means, we'll see. Training onboarding, map training playlist, target drill, and add maps. Versus AI, additional ops and maps. Okay, so for Season 3, thank God we're getting a new operator. Then they're adding the Siege Cup, badges and career, shooting range access during matchmaking, which should already be in the game, honestly. Versus AI 2.0, versing attackers, who cares? Reputation system, mousetrap implementation, Solus update part 2, whatever that means. Why is it not in the same season? And a Dokkaebi update, deployable gadgets pre-visualization, custom 1v1 preset, probably for Jinxie. Like, the only reason that's probably coming to the game is for Jinxie. Shooting range, new cover lane, map training playlist, new drone drill and add maps, versus AI additional ops and maps. In Year 4, the last season, no new operator. We're getting an operator remaster, and so basically that's probably going to be Blackbeard because they've said it's an American operator, which mostly likely means we're getting a complete rework of Blackbeard's gadget. Now this is very interesting. New console to PC option and crossplay. That'll be very interesting. Match Cancellation 3.0 Automatic Cheater Kick. Automated Text Chat Moderation. Future Balance Update on Operators. New Dynamic Matchmaking 1.0 Map Training Playlist. Additional maps. So, wow, man. It looks like we're not getting a new map at all this year. That's terrible. That's really bad, I think. Now, overall, this year looks pretty interesting. I think this season with Deimos might be the best season. Because we're only getting 2 new operators this year. I think the season with Deimos is going to be the best season. So yeah, they're definitely slowing down and giving us content, which is a little concerning. Now that being said, hopefully the game gets a bit better this year. Hopefully they really work on fixing some stuff. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about Deimos. I think that's the last point to talk about. So Deimos, I don't think he's going to be overpowered. If you don't know what his gadget does, you basically get these 3 scans. They're kind of like line scans, but you basically 1v1 an operator, where you have to use the pistol on Deimos, which is very strong. It has like 6 or 7 bullets. It has a very nice scope on it, and it is extremely strong at like 2 to 3 shots people. It has good destruction on it. So that being said, I think it'll be very cool to see in the game. Deimos does get revealed to the defender that he's tracking, and his teammates cannot see the defender that he's tracking. He has to make a call out. So I think he's going to be fun. I don't think he's going to be overpowered or crazy, but I think he'll be a fun operator to see. Especially like in Pro League, I always think it's interesting. So yeah, Deimos, cool. Obviously, he's a big part of the lore in Siege, so it's really cool to see him finally get put in the game. He is the first like actual bad guy that you can play as in Siege, so it's pretty interesting. Also, if my voice sounds like kind of scratchy today, I'm kind of still getting over being sick, so I might sound like awful, and that's why my nose is just having issues and my throat kind of burns. So that's really all I gotta say. I think next season, I think the ACOGs on defense are gonna be insane. I think Deimos is gonna be fun. Zombie nerf is good, so kind of sad we don't get new maps anymore for this year. We'll see how that goes, but that's about it, and thanks for watching.